Hey, here we are. We're back. We're back with two more gorgeous ladies. This is like Gorgeous Lady Day on rew-who-nyc, I have to say. Wow, it's like one beautiful person after the next.
We don't want ugly people on this show. Stay home. Except for me.
Of course. No, you're just fishing.
Yeah, kind of.
I know.
I'm fishing for pretty ladies. I wanted to make sure there were babes on this show. So
well, look at this. We got the little elf. And the local celebrity, Zoe.
Yes.
Yes. So are you?
Rev Jen.
Yeah. She's more than just.
You were my favorite person. I was in. We did a show together about a year ago here.
I feel bad that Zoe's holding the mic. Like I don't want to have a sub-dom relationship.
We can share one. Yeah.
What were you feeling bad about?
He fell in love with you that day. That's where you met her, right?
Yeah, and you know what? Even like, and my whole family's crazy about you. They saw
my brother had the hearts for her.
My grandma loves you.
Does. And
how old's your grandma?
She's like 70.
Did she ever see her do burlesque? Because she actually resembles your grandma when you do that.
Really?
Well, you do that kind of silly thing.
I've done some silly burlesque here.
Right.
I once jumped out of footy pajamas and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would not, by any stretch of the imagination, ever consider myself a burlesque performer. But occasionally, I have gotten drunk and taken my clothes off.
I hosted a place when you were doing that. And she kind of dresses as you were frumpy grandma to start, kind of.
Well, that's right. Yeah. Pour some sugar on me.
Yeah.
That's my favorite song. I love Def Leppard. I've seen them live.
Well, it's probably on some YouTube place. So
Def Leppard?
No, her doing burlesque to pour some sugar on it.
Oh, so you actually did that to pour some sugar?
I dressed as an elderly woman.
Yeah,
and then
that's what I'm saying. I was there.
Yeah, I have sweet and low packets in my taupe knee highs. And I pull them out and pour them over my body. But I also have like giant granny panties that are so big I can pull them up over my head.
That is so cool.
It's the opposite of eroticism.
And then she got naked.
Yeah, I get totally naked.
It's so good to do what everyone else isn't doing. Granny panties rule. Yeah.
No, but that is right, Jen. She does whatever no one else is doing.
You have to kind of go against the
funny.
So how are you two friends?
Well, we fell in love when we did a reading together, but we've done many readings together.
E-meetup or
right?
Like Match.com.
Yeah, ematch.com.
We've been on the same bill, on a number of bills together.
Okay.
And then I was doing a co-hosting Sex Workers Literati. I'd invited Jen, a couple of times. She'd come on. And I always looked at Rev Jen as this really, really bright, very intimidating, amazing writer who I respected enormously. So I kind of was like a little scared.
It's hard for me to believe that you get like that.
Oh, of course.
Because you are like the most confident woman I ever seen.
No, I get scared by brilliance. There's another brilliance.
That's courage to say that you're scared, because everybody gets scared. It's how you
scared
deal
by
with being
brilliance,
scared. Sure.
But then we got drunk together. We had a lot of fun. Remember when that guy kept trying to shut up, Zoe, keep it down, Zoe, because we were laughing hysterically while we were meant to be listening to other
Tell those people that I
voices.
said shut the fuck up. You can be as loud as you want.
And then you prank called him all night.
Yeah, I somehow got the bouncer who kept telling us to shut up.
Shut up, Zoe.
And then me and my BFF, his boyfriend, called him all night long.
All night long. And I was like, that's it, it's love.
All night long like Lionel Richie.
Because you know what's fun? Crank calling people.
So that still goes on? That still goes on?
Yeah.
But how do you do it, like, when your number shows up in their phone?
But you can
Star 82!
There's actually a program now you can make your number look like someone else's. On the internet, you can go in.
Now we need to talk.
Yeah.
I need that.
I can really, really work with that.
So who would you call?
Oh,
Ghostbusters!
I couldn't even say in public because you would all know. But there's right now, a name just came right to my head.
Oh, I love it.
God.
A name came to my head too.
Right?
Did one come to
Everyone's
yours?
got one.
No.
Wait, did I do what?
Oh no, I was
A
going
name
another
of someone you would want to call with, like, your number being
with someone else's number.
I would want to call
Big head
somebody and I want my number to say, PBR, it's like you're like, hello! I'm trying to use a phone! Ah! You know?
Pee-wee.
That was a pretty good feeling.
I have no ill will toward anyone. You people are
So let me
evil.
hear, since you're talking books
Definitely.
and reading, I want to know the names of your books and your next reading.
Christ.
Well,
Your name of your book is Christ. That's great.
I am Jesus.
Word.
I have a story coming out in the new Jerry Stahl anthology called The Heroin Chronicles.
Now, what makes you an expert on that?
Drug addiction for 17 years, baby.
Okay.
And what made you like say I'm done?
I got sprinkled with the magic dust in
Okay.
about 96 and went and
Done.
Done.
I understand.
It happened finally.
Good, go for the rest of us.
And you know, now I get to write about it and
Yeah.
still drift down the same avenues without having to feel the nausea and stuff.
Right. And waking up, God knows where.
Yeah, exactly. So, and this is actually, I'm looking forward to seeing who else is in this book because everyone's going to be way well known and really it's going to be a great, because it comes after the cocaine anthology that his publisher also did, and the Speed Chronicles and a whole bunch of different drug things. This
So
is
how
the
do you get
Heroin
lucky
Chronicles.
enough to be one of the people that they
Jerry
get to...
Stahl called me up, which made me fall
Nice.
off my chair and said, I've been following you, I'd like you to do a story for me. And I was, you got the wrong number, wait a minute. Someone's prank calling me.
Right.
Who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Hello.
Are they ever gonna do the Shroom Chronicles?
I'll send them your way, baby.
Can I ask you, if I
The
do
shroom.
drugs, will you let me be in your book?
Absolutely, but you gotta start.
I'm
Do it
going to
now.
call my
Yeah.
guy as soon as this is over.
No, we
Hey,
can
Ru, can I
run
borrow
this.
$20?
Go away.
No, I'm serious. No, I really need $20. Do you
20,
two girls? You do a show together. You have a venue, and I saw it, and I actually announced it for you. I wanted to make it, but I have an old pooch named Jake that I take care of, and he's 13. But anyway, so it's hard for me to come out, but I do want to come out. Do you do something together? Do you have a routine that you do?
Rev Jen
together?
has a show.
They're going to
But
kiss
she
right
does.
now.
She does a show.
You
We'll
have a
talk.
routine
Tell her
together.
about your shows. She's
With Zoe.
always.
I read about
We
you.
don't do one together. I've been invited on her show.
Okay.
But she does.
I read a review
And-
about you.
Our friend Faceboy, my best friend in the whole world, has had Zoe on there many times. He does a show called Faceboy's Folly.
Yes,
Which is
That's
amazing.
Is that a
first
live
Sunday
show?
every month. It's a live show. It's lots of burlesque performers, but then there's also writers.
Is it broadcast? You
and
film it as well?
movies. Well, you can watch it streaming live
You
at
can
Bowery
watch it straight.
Poetry.
Is it YouTube archive? Can we watch that on
Yeah,
YouTube?
I think it's archived.
Faceboy Follies?
Yeah,
Is it
with a
Boys
Z.
with a Z? Like
Yes.
it's very, very like rapper-esque, like Face Boys. I'm
Sort
thinking
of.
it.
Boys
except
to men.
it's
Like
Boys to
Fuck
men.
the Police, NWA.
A little bit like that, except it's Faceboy.
So you've appeared on Faceboy's Follies?
I have. But you also do the Rev Jen Anti-Slam.
Yeah,
which is-
my monthly open mic is the fourth Wednesday of every month.
Where is that?
You have
Bowery
a sign
Poetry
show?
Club, everything is there.
Did you have a sign?
We can't talk about the sign
Oh.
show. I signed a non-disclosure agreement.
So you weren't there. I have a question. I read this review about some of your short films, and I'm so interested. You wanted me to remind you to bring a DVD for me, but I forgot to remind you.
Yeah, well, they're all gone.
Hey, no, I could imagine.
Out of
But
problem.
I read some of the stories about a geek who finds glasses, and all it does is make him a fat geek or something.
No,
That-
I
was
think
it
you're
a
thinking
troll?
about Killer Unicorn.
Yeah, it was
Because someone did a really good review of it. They were like, well, it's a skinny geek that gets bullied and then he finds a unicorn mask and it makes him a fatter geek. But really, what it's really about, that reviewer, it was a very mean review, but funny. Whenever somebody writes such a mean review, you have to just revel in it.
What
You
I
have
read
to-
was a good
Yeah.
review. I thought they gave you a good. This nice.
Let her finish,
It was
Jurgen.
mean. Yeah, Jurgen.
Yeah,
Jurgen.
Maybe we're talking about a different review.
No, we're talking about Killer Unicorn.
Let's listen to Rev
It's
Jen.
about a gay teen played by a 47-year-old man that gets bullied by other teens also played by 40-somethings. And then he gets so sick of it, he finds a unicorn mask and he puts it on and he turns into Killer Unicorn and he slaughters all of the bullies in a very bloody fashion. That's just
So do
one
you ever
of
think of
Fair,
making
fair,
movies out of these?
They are.
There are movies.
Yes, there is.
They're short
Yes, there
films. They're shot on Glorious High 8.
Wasn't Franny in one of these?
Mm.
Our wonderful friend Franny?
He was in Sinful Bitches. He played
Right.
a,
I
John.
saw that one. That was
That's a good one.
amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they're all out via MVD Entertainment. The best.
And how long does it take you to make a movie?
3 hours.
She does. She's a rich.
My
all
boyfriend
shot on
directs
her
them.
block.
So is it
Courtney
like
Fathom
is
Sell.
it all like do you write the script or is it all improv?
Well, the next movie I made, I mean, it depends. When I did The Adventures of Electroff, I wrote like 18 scripts, you know? And
Yeah.
then the next movie, Satan's Bitches, I wrote the script. Mostly we just improvise them, though.
Right.
But sometimes there's a script involved.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
Me,
music or
right?
performing or anything. I mean, you have something, but if you don't improv, I mean, that's to the point. I'm sure you have a certain guideline, but people are creative, imaginative, and I'm sure you work with people that come up with ideas. I want to see your films. Can I actually order it online? Or
Yes,
something?
you can.
Yeah,
Although
where do we go?
Amazon, yeah, and through MVD, I think Amazon got weirded out about it, the ass thing, and I think they took it off.
Well, ask them, what's this? I didn't.
Because it's Art Star Scene Studios, but it stands for ass. Right?
Ass
And
Studios.
so, or Art Star Scene is ass, and so they, I think, might have taken it off for a couple of days. I don't know what's going on there, but
Nice. So you guys have a love affair going on because you're just two fabulous New York women.
It was great that we have a lot of fun when we've done readings and stuff because we can sit there and laugh. And I wrote a story that we actually acted out, which was a true story about an ex-boyfriend of mine who went out to cop one day and actually robbed a bank, and came back and he's telling me the story of how he just robbed this bank. True story. And Rev Jen acted out the junkie boyfriend for me to rave
Like drugstore
reviews.
cowboy kind of thing.
Totally. Drugstore cowboy gone even more awry.
and,
Wow.
And the
So how
fact
much money did he get?
About 3,000.
Dollars or pounds?
Yeah, but he did 9 years.
So it was in America? Oh, he got caught.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
The fact that she's like a foot taller than me made it funnier though.
Yeah,
She's
well-
talking about, how am I going to get to play my junkie boyfriend?
And
I'm
she
like,
wore
me,
this
me,
amazing
me.
Elvis type of wig with gloves. No, you were fantastic. There was no
I
doubt
played a
about
good
it.
junkie
You
boyfriend.
did a great job. Yeah.
Wow.
Known enough of them that
It was
I felt that
you had it down.
character
Well, don't we
acting
all?
wasn't- Yeah.
Yes, we do.
It's a
So
great script, though.
now that we're on the theme of talking about our past and boyfriends and stuff, you guys, it is National Applesauce Cake Day.
I was wondering what's going on here. What
It's
is
National Applesauce Cake Day.
this?
So
Is that for real?
it's for
Wait,
you.
I'm done.
Would you like to share a skeleton from your closet?
Sure.
Yay! And then you can help yourself to some applesauce cake.
Chocolate.
Ooh, skeleton.
Cinnamon.
Tell me something. What could I say that hasn't been
You
said?
can have said it
I mean,
already
that
if you
background right
want,
there is
or
right
it
up
could
point,
be
right?
something
What's
that
your
you
most
haven't
famous
said.
skeleton? Yeah, there you go.
My most famous skeleton?
Yeah.
I don't know, being a whore, being a madam. That's good, but that's been out there for so long. Everyone knows I'm a whore.
So how much
I
was
just
the
don't get
most
paid.
you made on a trip?
God. I want to say 5,000, maybe.
So what did you think of the governor's
Robbed
girl?
someone's-
What did you think of that whole scandal? When the governor,
Oh, that?
yeah.
I think he's a
Which governor?
shit.
You
Arnold
do?
Schwarzenegger?
Why is that?
Because he... Spencer? We're talking about
Yeah,
Spencer?
yeah.
I think he's a piece of shit because he was seeing prostitutes the whole time and meanwhile trying to put us in jail for that very thing.
Right. Yeah.
Does
so,
that make sense
so
to anyone?
yeah, no.
Yes, and it's fucked up because
Did you ever sleep with the governor?
I did not, and I never would. No,
How would you know?
I've
She
been out of
said she
business.
didn't know.
I've been out for a while.
I would sleep with the governor if he paid me like 10 G's. Fuck yeah, think of all the bitches I'd get with that money.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that
Not a
out
bitch
there
ain't
right
done for
now.
nothing.
So put on his side. Governor,
Hey,
call.
this little ding dong.
10 G's. I won't let you bareback it though.
Yeah, but I don't think he had
No,
that much.
that was He
Yeah,
made.
you've been doing the
he-
trade
he
for
was
like
into
10.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he
I,
had
you
that
know
much.
what,
wearing
this is
socks.
ridiculous because, yeah, the whole prostitution thing bothers me because if they did make something like that illegal, we could regulate it and I think if
Make
it was
money
legal,
off of it.
yeah, we could make money off it and also we could have it, sanctioned in places so these girls aren't on the streets getting diseases, getting killed.
I don't think they're all on the street.
No, but I'm saying there are women on the streets that are prostitutes. There's others that get diseases. Maybe if it was legal, they could get certified and get
Yeah,
tested.
I don't disagree with any of that,
Like
but
a tax.
It goes both ways because
Yeah,
you know what?
it
I
does.
also think that
then they
you're
have
not
to
gonna
pay
make enough money.
taxes.
You're not going to make that type of
Exactly.
money, and then everyone's
They'll
going to
regulate it.
Unless
money.
they charge what they charge and the government just gets a tax so the customer pays
I mean,
more. Like
It's not gonna
cigarettes.
happen. So have your
It's not gonna
applesauce
happen.
cake. Yeah.
But we do what we want anyway because
Rev
it's
Jen.
America. Just because it's illegal doesn't mean you can't do it.
Only if you're a Republican you can
Columbia.
get away with it.
Columbia.
Yeah, well, or as long as you don't
Columbia
tell any
has an
Republicans,
excellent
you can
system
get
of
away with it.
prostitution.
That's the secret.
Oh, they
CIA
can get away
gets
with
caught
it.
up in that
Rev
shit.
Jen, we need a skeleton from your
I
slimy
think
closet.
you know the one that I just came out of the closet with that I'm a sports fan.
You are?
We had a whole discussion about hockey.
We did. You're a
online.
Flyers fan. National
I can't
Capitals.
believe you just said
No,
that. Yes, I'm a Caps fan.
Capitals to DC. That's right.
I'm crushed that they are out, but now I'm rooting for the Devils. I hope.
Are you?
Well, you are. Where are your horns?
That's good.
Yes.
My elf.
Oh,
So that's a skeleton sports because I'm obsessed with sports. So that makes me like
we're
not
coming out of the closet
My
right now.
husband is obsessed with sports.
I
don't
Yankees.
understand it. It makes me crazy.
I have a little thing in my ear right now. Hang on, there's a pitch. Wait. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. But sports are fun. It's good competitive. You know why I like sports? Because
Colfax, right? That's the one.
Middleman.
I remember that.
it's a good, honest competition.
Every time I see that name, I think of you guys.
As long as everybody gets
I don't like
steroids.
competition in life. I like people to work together. Sports is a good place to honest
Teamwork.
competition, teamwork, physical.
So what do you think about the Olympics? You think they're for real or are
No,
they
I'm
fake?
talking about sports, not the Olympics.
I am so fucking excited
Football,
for the
baseball,
Olympics.
hockey, basketball, the Olympics don't count.
So you think?
Are you kidding? I just want to require that Michael Phelps not be allowed to wear that full body suit.
He has to take a bong hit before he goes
he
into
has
every
to, he has to
swim.
wear the old school Speedo so that we can see his
Those are
package.
way cooler,
Yes.
right? I like
they're
those
so much
Speedos,
better.
Yeah.
The newfangled,
What's happening?
Why
Shouldn't
swim
you
faster?
swim naked?
You can go faster in that suit.
They
Yeah.
should swim
Oh, boy, they'll
naked.
swim
Not a big drag.
They wouldn't swim faster because the buoyancy of the weenus. I really don't think they studied this.
There's more
Not a rudder.
resistance.
All right,
to falling out.
so you're ready for swimming.
Sure, the first penis I ever touched was actually while I was on the swim team. I was like, it was like my hand
Here's the skeleton.
through the.
This is
It's
done.
not even a skeleton, but it was quite
So
you know,
take some applesauce
innocent.
cake.
I don't even. It just went by the lane ropes right across the speedo slide.
Was the swimmer by or was it like
Yeah,
a penis?
So you had co-ed swimming
Of course.
in
It was a
swim
swim
team?
by
But
feel
was
like
I
a
in
penis.
swim team in the 30s? No. we had co-ed swim.
I didn't know they had that.
There was a weenus in a speedo and just through the lane rope.
Did you have co-ed?
Oh, that's a
No, but all I
It's a
keep
knuckle
thinking of in this story is it's like, there's a wiener in the swimming pool,
Where'd you grow
And
up?
now I have a Michael Phelps.
Where'd you
fetish.
grow up?
Maryland, where Michael Phelps is.
You know
Ah.
what? I lived in Virginia for 2 years, and they were crazy about Phelps down there. All I could hear about was Michael Phelps.
And was it a big shot that he was doing bong hits? I mean,
I think
like
it's all.
the
None of it's
stars?
from Maryland. I mean, I went to school there.
When I
I
get stoned, I want to jump in the swimming pool.
Sure.
I'm not allowed now.
So I want to keep talking with you guys because you're so interesting. You'll have to come back. Please come
When
back.
is your next show together? You doing something soon?
I don't know what she's doing.
Probably after
Rev
17
Jen's
more
doing.
Choco Loco, whatever the hell
Anna's
it is.
fucking head, yay.
Well, maybe.
When's your show? When do you do? When's the next
I'm
anniversary?
taking a little break.
Face Boys. Oh, you want
Yeah,
something?
well, no, not really. Fourth Wednesday of every month, so maybe we
Fourth
could have you be our
Wednesday.
special opening guest at the next one.
Well, I am
Oh, darling.
playing at Otto's on Saturday, so you can come back and get some drinks.
This
I'm going to
Saturday?
on
Yeah,
Sunday.
7:30.
As long as you're on
And
the
we're having
opposite
a huge
lane.
Ruin Who party in Brooklyn at the Branded Saloon on
Junior
Friday
anniversary.
night,
Ruth
June
Biden,
8th.
come
Yeah.
on out.
Yeah, June 8th at the Branded, June 9th at Otto's. Yes, exactly. And
And
we're
you're
having
the
a
fourth
very
Wednesday you have a
eventful
show?
week.
Fourth Wednesday
Where?
of every month at Bowery Poetry Club. It's just an open mic.
So that's
Is-
June 27th.
Oh, maybe I'll come and just...
Are you doing Face Boys?
Well, I
Are
know
you
every
Rain Man?
I know every Wednesday because we're here every Wednesday.
Okay.
So I kind of
It
have
stays with you,
the
right?
dates of Wednesdays in my
I call
brain.
the cop again.
So June 27th is your show.
And I'm doing something in Washington Heights on June 19th, but I can't remember what.
That's a Tuesday.
Okay.
Just show up there.
I know because I have things on that
Yeah,
night. I
yeah.
do. I know certain dates, you know.
I
Exactly.
don't know.
So, please, little elf. You know, I have a guitar student. I do teach beginner guitar, and she told me that she is a freaking fan of yours. She was reading your book, and she Googled your name and found you on this show, and was so excited
Oh, wow,
that
that's so
she was
cool.
like, "Oh my God, you know Rev Jen?" So
Wow, that makes me
Hannah,
happy.
yeah, would you autograph something for Hannah?
Of course, Hannah was the name of a cat that I used to
Oh
have.
my God,
Is
I'm
there
gonna
anything
get
you'd like to say to Hannah? Because I'm sure she's going to see
Hannah,
this.
where are you, Hannah? Hannah, I just rescued another cat. I don't know where the
Yes!
where
For
the
the
camera
first 12
is.
minutes
I
of
love
this
you,
chaos.
Hannah, and you guys, Zoe and Elf.
But her name isn't Hannah. Her name is Tenny. But
No,
she's
my wonderful.
Her cat's named Hannah.
No, my cat's not Hannah. My
Right,
cat's
my
Tina
name.
Ramona.
cute. But Hannah, you rock.
Yeah, she does. She does. So, any websites, any places you want people to find you?
lzhansen.com.
Just buy my book, Elf Girl, and my DVD, Ass Studios 4 Films DVD.
There you go.
We'll just type Elf Girl Ass Studios. I
Studios.
almost said that backwards, and
It
we'll
might
find
come
you.
up with something creepy, but you never know.
You never know.
Elf Ass Studios. That's
All right, and we will be back on this first Wednesday of June.